tutorial before, but today I want to do it again because Blender 4.3 came about maybe days before, and I think it's very stable now. Before in Blender 4.1 it's not very stable, so I decided to make this again, and I think this time this effect is much better. I add more details, and you can use it in your projects now. So let's begin our tutorial. So let's go to Blender 4.3. Here, this cube we need it for geometry nodes, and here I will need a curve. So scale it, make it bigger, and drag it here, and we need to follow this curve, so we need to edit it. So put the first point here, drag it at the world center. So when we emit the particles from this cube, we can follow this curve. And here we need more point to make it like this. Okay, like this. I think that's cool. Yeah. So you can customize it. So then I will to have save it. So don't forget to save it. And Ctrl A, apply all transform, and choose the cube and go to geometry nodes. Then press new. So here we will create a particle system. So here for the origin of the particle, I prefer grid. I think grid is better in this effect. So we will need to distribute points on faces and give the seed scene time here, and we will of course use the simulation nodes here. We will need to make more space here because we will set the position to make it move, and we want to make points every frame, so we need to join geometry, disconnect this and connect this. So if we change the offset to x to 1, so we can see there are many points, and we don't want to use infinite points, so we need to add a point here, control the points here. We need to store an attribute integer. I call it time. So name the attribute, and it's also time. So every frame I will add 1. And I will use compare here to compare this value with like maybe 100. So if it's bigger than 100, it's the output of this is active, I think. So we need to delete. So result to selection. If the number exceeds 100, so it's activated, and then delete it. So this one I will rename it control number, max point number. Then we will begin to make the particle follow the curve. So this is very easy, that we have a attribute along the curve like this. It's called a tangent. The direction of tangent is always along the curve. So drag the curve here, and remember to put it to relative. So if any changes in the curve, it will be reflected here. So here I will resample the curve first, because there are only maybe 4 points here in the curve, so it's not enough. We need more points for the particles to know the accurate tangent. So we change it to 10 here. This is not the final count, just for demonstration for now. So then we will spawn named attribute here. We will spawn attribute named attribute. No, not named attribute. Spawn attribute tangent here. Connect here, and the tangent is the vector. So we need to change the float to vector and change the name to tangent. And then we can check named attribute tangent connect here. Yeah, so we can check if it's correct. So we can see here in the like a viewer, we have many tangents, so that's correct. So there is another node you may think about is the sample curve. So for my suggestion, don't use it because it's not stable. Maybe it's stable in some condition, but when you have multiple objects, it just doesn't work well. In this project, don't use it. It's not working. So then we will transform the attribute tangent to the particle. So we will need a node called sample nearest. This node will do the work. Sample nearest is always used with sample index because the output is the index. So to know the attribute of the index, we need to sample index. Then we will output a value, an attribute. So here, I will connect it to here. Connect the geometry to here, and connect to here. Yeah. Then I connect this named attribute to here. So change the float to vector, and then we have the attribute. So we will need to connect this value to offset, and let's check. You will find it like this. It's not working. There must be something wrong. Yeah, there is something wrong because check here. There is an arrow symbol here across. So it means it's not working. So you can change according to the hint. So this here, it means that it doesn't support curve. So we will need a very critical node that curve to mesh here. And then the error disappeared. Then we play again. So it's working perfectly, right? So we organize them here. So this node is follow curve. So this is the basic function. And you can see that the follow curve doesn't work well because we don't have enough resolution. So sample curve here, we need to change like 100. More resolution, the better. So see, then it's working better. And you may be wondering why this here changing like this. Because it's always sampling the curve. It's always sampling the nearest. So here, I think they sampled the curve here. So this is the reason why it's like this. And the second, we will add detail like the noise here. So here, very simple, I will use the noise. I don't know if there is other like similar to noise texture. Other texture is okay. Just add what you want. We'll turn to 40, and I want the noise to change over time. So we will need to connect same time, and maybe you will need a mesh node here to like change the speed. Like maybe connect to seconds. I think is better because it's very much more smooth, and this is changes like like changes like the time it changes. So then we connect the color to map range. Because map noise is always the value of noise is always above 0. So we want to change it to -1 to 1 to make this effect looks better. So then we will have like this, because there are no enough points here, so it's not very obvious. And here I may need a vector mask to change the noise. Maybe 0.5, you can change it according to your effect. So for now, I will change the density because there are 2 less points. I will use a mask here. Multiply, I will change it to 100 to 100. So let's see. Yeah, we have many points, and it looks ugly. So we need to change the size. Set point radius. And this may be better, maybe much more smaller. Yeah, like this. And I will give it a material. No, not mass, material. Give it a default material. And let's go to shading here. And I will change the background. Oh no. Yeah. Turn it to render and go to emission, turn to 1. Yeah, like this. And we need to give it some color, make it looks better. So we need to store an attribute. I will name it color. So here I use noise. But see here noise is from -1 to 1, so I will connect the noise here and connect to the color. Yeah. So here I will have this attribute here, and then let's connect it to color, and let's use the ramp. So then we will recolor this red, and I think it's no, here red and blue. Let's drag it to make it much more obvious. It will be like this, and you know why? Because the noise, we need to change the noise. The noise scale is too big, we change it to 2. And let's play again. Okay, here. Yeah, it's better. Then here, we may need more points. More points will make it look better. Okay, my computer can't hold this anymore. So let's go to render, and it will look like this. Maybe I think the time I need to change it to bigger, because it's not very noisy, and I need to change the size over the point. And I think this is better. So I will add a big point, a big node here, because my computer is not that good. So let's bake it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's like this. I think this looks looks okay. So here I will join it. So I will need add detail. You can use your imagination to make it more detailed. And we may see that in the beginning here it's very small, and it spread it here. And if it goes to here, it will spread it more, and you can try by yourself. And another problem is that here all of the points is affected by all the points in the curve, so we need to restrict it. So let's do it. Set position, and we will need the geometry here. We need approximate. And here they have a position. This position is the position of each point in the curve. And so we will here have another position. This is the position for the points. So we will need a mass node. We need a subtract this position to this position, and this will give it a force to the center. And here I will scale it like 0.1. We just give it as a value, and it will not spread like that. Let's see. Okay, we need to delete the bake. So there is a problem here. We need to change face to point, then it will be correct. So let's play. Yeah, and that's correct. And you can see that it didn't spread much. So this I can name it like control the spread. And I think I can add the number of the points, and let's bake. I think maybe I find the problem that I'm not satisfied with this. Okay, I find that the grid is too small. So when you want to make an effect, make sure that sometimes you need a bigger emitter. Like this grid is too small. Maybe I need to transform it. Transform it like I will give it a value. Here, maybe 5. Yeah, and I may decrease the points just for demonstration. No need for so many points. And let's check. No, delete the bake. Okay, stop rendering. Then let's check. Then we find that here it's smaller because here control the spread, the value is too big. So we can change that. Just twist the effect. So here we can see this effect. So I think we need to tweak the noise because it's not like changing. So just tweak the values and you will get what you want, like what I do. And this, like this, I don't know, just test. So this is today's tutorial, and I hope this give you some inspiration, and I hope you like this effect and apply it in your project. So thank you very much. Bye bye.